Then pasa con pep. Get out in the boat. Pass on na pen. Goodness.
Raymond, please mute your mic.
Oh my goodness.
Raymond.
Hi.
Please, good afternoon. Please mute your mic. Okay, done.
Good
That's
afternoon.
Good.
Thank you. I'm muting it. Thank you.
All right. Hello, Bernard. Please mute your mic, please. Thank you.
Àṣebẹ̀rẹ̀ nǹkan tó ṣe. Kí ni ìyẹn ni náà? Kí ni Boris yẹn? Hello.
Everyone, please go on mute.
Hello.
Hello.
I can't hear you.
Good afternoon, Ms. Shipra. Good afternoon.
Precious. Good afternoon.
Welcome.
Hello, have you started the class?
No, not right
Not
now.
yet. Not yet.
I'm just waiting for everyone to come over here. Okay?
Okay.
John, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, but it's faint.
Yeah. I think your mic is on full volume, John. Please lower it. Just wait for a few minutes. Let everyone should come and then I start my class here. Okay?
Okay, okay, ma.
Hey everyone, how are you? Hello, how are you everyone?
Hello everyone. Everyone is in.
Hello.
Hello, we can hear you.
Yeah, you can hear me?
Hello, yeah, we can hear you.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, shall we start our class today now?
Yes, please.
Okay, now then, here I'm going to share the screen. All of you can hear the screen here? See the screen here?
Yes, we can see the screen.
Today,
Yes, please, we can see.
yes. Now, today we are going to talk about the abstract, right? How do we have to start writing our research work? Okay, everyone?
Okay.
Sorry,
Okay.
I didn't get that though.
Yes.
I said I didn't get that, ma.
Okay, wait a minute. I'm starting here right now. Here we are going to talk today about how we have to start writing about our research, how we are going to start writing about our proposal. Okay? How you are going to send it to us, your proposal. Got it?
Okay.
Yeah. So first we start with writing a research abstract. First, we have to write a one abstract. Abstract is a concise summary of a research paper or entire thesis, right? Whatever you are going to find out, whatever you are trying to find out. Wait a minute, wait a minute, students. I'll just come back to you again, okay?
Okay.
Miss Shipra, please, I can barely hear you. Could you speak louder a bit? Thank you.
I'm telling, wait a minute, I'm coming just now, okay?
Okay.
Yes, everyone?
Hello, Shipra.
Yeah. Today we are going to start with the research abstract and how to write it. We are going to understand it. Okay, all?
Yes, please.
Okay.
So what is an abstract?
Okay.
What do you think? What is abstract? Just now I have told you all. What do you think? What is it? Can anybody tell me?
Okay, hello.
Yes, you can tell me.
An abstract is a document that contains details of our research work, and you have the background to the research. You have the objective, a brief summary on objective, and also you have the methodology, you have the conclusion, all contained in the abstract. But unlike a normal research work that usually contain, like, let's say 20 pages, 30 pages, 40 pages, depending on what the researcher is actually driving at. Abstract is usually between a 1-page document to 5-page document. Is a summary of the whole project work that a researcher wants to carry out, and is always in details. If you are talking the background, you load it with, just like how will I put it? You load it with content, but not more than certain number of lines, or let's say like 500 words, or like 200 words. Why? At least abstract is just a detailed work of what a detailed research work that we want to carry out, but usually between 1 page and 5 page. That's my understanding. Thank you.
Right. Would anyone else?
Hello?
Yes, I have something to say. Can I contribute? This is Precious.
Yes.
Okay. So in my own understanding, abstract is a brief summary of a research article, thesis, review, or review. It quickly helps the reader to understand or ascertain the paper's purpose or what the research is all about. So in a nutshell, once you see an abstract, it tells you in a nutshell, in summary, what the entire research or article or paper or presentation is all about. That's my point. Thank you.
Right. Very true, Precious and John. Both the points are very correct. Right. So the abstract is a short form, you can say, of your research. Yes, Justice, you want to say something?
I want to say something, please.
Hello, Justice.
Yes. Yeah.
Hello, can I speak? Hello, can I speak?
Yes, tell me.
Hello.
Hello, Justice, you can speak.
Okay, what I want to say is that an abstract is just a summary of your research that you have conducted.
Right.
And normally it shouldn't exceed 1 page. And the abstract is supposed to, 1, contain the main aim of the objectives, the specific objectives,
Okay.
the gap you have identified in the literature,
Right.
then the research methods used,
Yes.
the data collection instruments used, the key findings of the study, the conclusions and recommendations. That is what I can say about an abstract.
Okay. Yes, you are right. Very fine. Thank you, Justice. Now, I request
Hello, please. I would like to add to what my colleague have just said from my own view.
Yes, you tell me, Moses.
Yes, an abstract, to my own understanding, is a brief summary of the analysis of the research you are about to conduct or the one you have already conducted. That is the way I view an abstract. Hello?
Yes.
Hello? Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah. So what
Hello.
I was trying to say, yes, what I was trying to say is that An abstract, in my own understanding, it is a brief summary of the analysis of what you are about to write or what you have written.
Yeah.
That is from my own opinion or my own understanding.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Fine. Thank you. Yes, the abstract is a small summary of your research paper or your entire thesis, which you are going to submit. So, abstract give a slight look to the invigilator or your instructor that what you have concluded in your thesis. So, it highlights mainly the key content areas which you have um, taken in your research purpose. What was your research purpose? It evaluate that the relevance or the importance of your work. What was the importance of your work in that? Then your main outcomes. What was your findings? So these all combinedly form your abstract in a one page, which gives an idea to your invigilator that yes, this is a kind of work you have done. Okay, so it is well developed single paragraph of approximately between 3 to 500 words in length. Okay, which is intended and a single spaced. The function of this abstract is to outline briefly all parts of the paper. All parts means whatever you have gone for your research, undergone for your research, it will conclude it in one page. Okay, got everyone?
Okay, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Now, once forward we will go, it is placed in the beginning of the paper. Whatever the research paper you are going to present, it is placed in the beginning of it, but most of the time you will write it in the last after conclusion of your paper. Okay, you have to start writing it now, but once you submit your thesis, your papers, it will be on the first page. Okay.
Hello, man. Sorry, I don't get. I don't get you, Coraline. I don't get you.
What you didn't get?
Yeah, as in, I don't get what you just said now. I didn't get it.
Okay. See, once you are preparing an abstract, you have to include each and everything of your research paper, right?
Yes.
So once you are writing your abstract here, your paper is not, if your research is not completed, then how you can submit it, right?
So we can submit our abstracts in place of our project. Is that what you're saying?
No, no, no. I want to say here, you have we are presenting the abstract in the first page of your research papers, but we have to write it at the end of your research.
Okay. Yeah,
Yes,
I got
because
that, man.
yeah, because we have to write down our conclusions too in our abstract. Okay?
Yes.
Yeah. Now, why we write an abstract? We write abstract for two reasons, that is selection basis and for the interactive purposes. In selection, the abstracts allow the readers who may be interested in the paper to quickly decide whether it is relevant to their purposes and whether they need to read the whole paper. Okay, sometimes once you go through an abstract, you come to know that what is written in your research, right? So they come to know,
Yes.
that whether they have to read the whole paper or not, or they will read your abstract and it will be finalized. Got it? Right, everyone here? Any
Right.
doubt? Till here,
Right.
very
Yes,
small
please.
here. Now, then we will come to the next part. When is it necessary to write the abstract? Abstracts are usually required for the submission of the articles to the journal's application for research grants completion and submission of thesis, submission of proposals for the conference papers, right?
Yes.
Once we are going for any conference, we have to give a proposal to the person. Then in that we have to write the abstract. That what research we have done and what we have done. So all the information gets collected in your abstract. So the reader gets easy for him to read out what you have done, right? For the same thing happens for the articles to the journal. Once you are sending your articles to the journal, you will send your abstract also what kind of relevant work you have done on some different kinds of topics, right? Got this point, everyone here?
Miss Shipra, I'm not hearing anything. I'm not hearing
I can't
you.
hear anything. It's slow.
I can't hear anything. I'm not hearing what you're saying.
Now, can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Is it a bit loud?
Yes.
Okay. What you have not listened, Precious? What part?
Hello.
What part?
Hello. What part I missed?
Yes. Tell me.
Okay. Well, the truth is, I am completely lost. I understood up to the definition of abstract from when we are to write the abstract. When are we to write the abstract? That's why I didn't get completely up until what the last statement you made. Thank you.
Okay. You have come to the point by why write an abstract? Are you able to see the screen here?
Yes, I can see the screen.
Do you see what content I have covered here? Why write an abstract here?
Yes, I can see that.
Yes. Do you understand that or not?
Yes, I do. I understand.
Yes. Now I'm just explaining this point here. When is it necessary to write the abstracts? Okay.
Okay.
Yes. We have when it is necessary to write the abstract means when it is necessary for us to write the abstracts. Most of the time, once we are giving our articles to journals, some magazines, some newspapers, and when we are writing some applications for the research grant completion, when we are submitting our thesis, when we are submitting our proposals for the conference papers, for such kind of places, we have to write down our abstract in which we conclude that what kind of research we have done till on how many topics and what kind of topics we have covered in our researches. Okay?
Okay.
Yes, it is a small summary of your work, what you have done. Okay? So it is easy for others to understand that what you have done. So you are eligible to come in these conferences, or you are eligible for the submission of the articles in newspapers or journals, right?
Yes.
Got my point here?
Yes, I did.
Why we need the abstracts. Now, next point here, abstracts are used throughout the research community to provide a concise description about a research project. It is typically a short summary of your completed research. If done well, it makes the reader want to learn more about your research. Some students present their research findings at local and national conferences.
This thing is not powering.
Research
not powering, reducing instead of powering.
Hello, what happened? Precious?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm with you.
Yeah, please mute your mic. Don't disturb in between, okay?
Okay.
Research abstracts are usually requested as a part of the application process for the conference presenters. These are the basic components of an abstract in any discipline. Okay, so abstracts is mostly a summary of your completed research. So it should be very interesting, should be eye-catching, so that if any presenter or any reader reads it, he will get attracted towards your personality. He tries to know what you have researched out till now. Okay, he should get interest in your work. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Yes, Moses. Are you having any mobile near your laptop or anything?
Yes, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm listening.
Your voice is echoing here. Now, the basic components of an abstract in any discipline. They are, first of all, it is the motivation, problem statement. Why do we care about the problem? The things on which we are going to raise out in our research, what kind of problems we are going to raise out in our research, or what we have raised our research, they all are, we have to write down. What practical, scientific, theoretical, or artistic gap is your research filling? Right? Then we will come to the second point. Second component of your abstract is the methods, procedure, approach. What did you actually do to get your results? You have to write down in a brief point that what you have done. Suppose, for example, it is written here, you have analyzed the novels, 3 novels for your research. You have completed a series of 5 oil paintings to find out what is there in these paintings, what happens to these paintings. And suppose you have interviewed 17 students on this topic. Okay? You have to tell what kind of approach you have opted out to complete your research here. Fine? Fine, everyone?
Yes, please. Yes.
Yes, please. Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
please.
we're okay.
Good. Then in the third component, we will see the results, findings, and the product. In the results, findings, and products are your conclusions, what you have concluded in your research part. As a result of completing the above procedure, what did you learn from that? What invent from that? And what you have created from that? Okay? What the main thing have come out from that? You have to include that in your results and finding part. Then the fourth point comes the conclusion and your implications. What are the larger implications of your findings, especially for the problem, gap identified in the step 1 here? Right? That problem you have identified in the starting, that is motivation in the problem statement. Right? How you have implicated those problems to your research. That comes in your conclusion. Yes, Raymond, tell me.
Yes, please. I would like to ask.
Yeah.
Does it mean the abstract at a level of a proposal is not supposed to be there?
I'm not, pardon please, I'm not getting you.
My question is, does it mean at the time of a proposal writing?
Yes.
Are you hearing me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Are we supposed, isn't it supposed to be part of the document?
Okay, you are asking that it is a part of your proposal document.
Yes, I'm asking whether the abstract is supposed to be part of the proposal document or it's supposed to be part of the report document.
Yes, right now Once you all of you are proposing your topic, you have to write down your abstract. Okay. In this, you will
Come again. Come again.
once you are going to give your proposals, right?
Yes.
Then you have to write your abstract with that also. What you
Okay.
are. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. So this kind of proposal will go to the management and then they will approve it according to that. You all of you have sent me,
Hello.
right?
Hello.
Yeah, hello Logan.
Yes. I've got a question.
Yes.
Yeah. So you're saying we have to write the abstract before doing the research.
Yes.
So you have to start with the abstract.
Yeah, you have to start your research with the abstract, but once you started with your research, your abstract should be completed at the end of your research. Okay. Right now, I'm talking to you here as Raymond was asking that once you are giving a proposal for your research, with that you have to put the abstract or not.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So I'm telling that you have to put the abstract for a small summary regarding your proposal. Okay?
All right.
Yes.
Hello, ma. So are we going to write a one-page abstract for you now and submit? Hello?
Yes, John, tell me.
I'm saying that are we going to write a one-page abstract now and submit for management approval?
Yes, you can write down now. I will show you the examples for that.
Okay.
Yes. I will.
Including us, the bachelors, or just the masters?
Yes. No, all everyone. As CBP
Everyone.
for everyone. So everyone have to write down that. Okay?
All right.
Okay. Madam Shipra.
Yeah.
Yes, please. I'm back again.
Yeah. Tell me.
When I look at the basic components of the abstract,
Yes.
when you get back to the basic components of the abstract, you will find that there's a motivation or a problem statement,
Yes.
number one, as one component. Then there's a method, procedure, or approach that you will take or that you use to do your research.
Yes.
Then the next one, which is number three, is the results, findings, or products that you've ascertained after your research. And then the conclusion or implications that you found out whilst you're doing your research. Now, if these components are supposed to be like this, how then are we going to write the abstract before we do the actual research? Because component number 3 and 4 can only be determined when I have completed the whole report process.
Yeah, I got it now.
I don't know how.
Wait a minute. Don't get confused in this. You have to submit the abstract 2 times, okay? Just for the proposal, you have to write down your motivation and problem statements, which you are going to research for. And then second, you will analyze your method, how you will go for that. Okay? So these 2 contents you include in your abstract for the proposal. Okay? And next, one thing comes when it is come to your research part, you have to include all the 4 components. Okay?
We will have, at first, we'll write an abstract which will not contain the results for the proposal sake.
Yeah, you have to write down only 2 components. Include 2 components for the proposal. Okay?
Okay.
Once you are giving your proposal to the management here, you have to write down an abstract in which you will use the 2 components here. Okay?
Okay. Okay. Okay.
What topic? Not you are having any findings, not you are having any conclusion. Got it?
So, hello, ma.
Yeah, John.
Hello, ma. So, now, if we are submitting a proposal now, it's just going to be motivation / problem states, then method and procedures and approach to carry out the research. These are the two we are going to focus on now when submitting our proposal.
You have to start writing after my completion of this meeting here. You start writing, thinking about your proposals. Then I will let you know when I will take your class for the next thing. You all of you will come up with your proposal written. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, these things are the last points which I will discuss after the completion of your meeting here. Okay, first of all, we will have to learn how you have to write the abstract and your proposal there. Got it?
Okay, no problem. Okay.
Because right now discussing those things which we have to cover it later, it is not used. Okay?
Okay. Okay.
Yes. Everything will be questioned, answered here. Don't worry about that. Just be prepared with your questions. What you want to ask in that. Right? Yeah, once I clear you these lectures, any problem which comes in between, then ask me. Right?
Yes.
Okay, we hear you.
Yeah. Now, we will move to the next part here. That is, what are the qualities of a good abstract? As I have told you that it should be attracting one, it should be eye-catching, that whatever you have written, it should be some emphasizing that everyone should start reading it. It should be like that. So what kind of good qualities we should include in our abstract here? It should be well-developed paragraphs are unified, coherent, concise. Concise means it should be very small and able to stand alone. Means in a one or two sentences you are giving a slight glitch about your research here, right? Then second point is uses an introduction body conclusion structure which presents paper or report's purpose, results, conclusions and recommendations in that order. Got these 2 points here? Anybody have problem?
No.
Let's go ahead.
Continue.
Right. Then follows strictly the chronology of the article, paper or report. Chronology here defines about how you have move on in your research, about your article, what is it about and what it includes in it. Okay. Then it provides the logical connections between the information. Whatever the information you get, you have to present the some connection, logical connections between your findings and your information which you get from there. Okay. Then it should include adds number new information but simply summarizes the report. You have to include different kind of informations, but it should be in a summarized way. It should not be in such a long way that everyone get tired of reading it. No one should get tired of reading your abstract, right? It should be in a summarized way only. It should be understandable to a wide audience. It should be in such a language, in such a simple language that everyone should understand it. It should not, you should not use some complicated words to make it more attractive. Sometimes children feel that using a difficult words make the person more attractive towards my writings here. But no, it is not like that. Because readers and presenters and researchers who are going to read your abstract, they don't have that much of time that they keep on reading your abstracts there. They need a one glance to your abstract and they finalize your thing. Okay. So it should be in such an understandable that person should read it once and he comes to understand what you have written in your proposal or in your research. Got it?
Yes.
Yes, madam.
Yes, we got that.
Yes, let's go ahead.
Yes, the similar things is written in the last point here, that oftentimes uses passive verbs to downplay the author and emphasize the information. Okay? Now, steps to writing the effective abstracts are: reread the article, paper, or report with the goal of abstracting in mind. Here we are talking about the research paper right now. Okay, don't confuse it with your proposal. I have told you, as proposals are just for the proposal abstract, you have to write down the first and the second component, not anyone else component. Okay, but here I'm talking about your research here. So first of all, once you are writing your abstract, you have to know, you should know the article or the paper you have written, you have researched out. You have to reread it. Okay, so that you must have that goal in your mind, what you have concluded, what the points you have in your research, to write down there. Look some parts of the article, paper, or the report. That is purpose. First is the purpose, then second is the methods, scope, results, conclusions, and recommendations. Got it, everyone? These 6 points you have to include in your abstract. While writing abstract, you have to see these points in your research paper, right? If you are writing an abstract about another person's article, paper, or report, the introduction and the summary are good places to begin. These areas generally cover what the article emphasizes. After you have finished rereading the article or paper or report, write a rough draft without looking back at what you are abstracting. Don't merely copy key sentences from the article, paper, or report. You will put in too much or too little information. Don't rely on the way material was phrased in the article, paper, or report. Summarize the information in a new way. Got this point? Can anybody explain me this point which I have told you right now? I have read out it here. Can anybody explain me this paragraph? This paragraph here, this one.
Okay, let me try. Let me see. Can I say something?
Yeah.
Okay, if I heard you correctly, you were talking about the paper. Let's say you are reading someone's article. You want to write an abstract on someone's article that has already been written. Instead of writing it verbatim, like word for word, you try to go through the paragraph and see the points that are inside, so that you cannot give too much information or informations that are too little. So you take the points that affect the abstract you are trying to write. So after rereading it, you don't write verbatims. Your aim of reading it is writing an abstract that pertains to what the point you are looking for. So you pick out the points so that you cannot give too much points or too little of these points.
Yes, right. Anybody else?
To me, I think the point is talking about avoiding copying other people's work. That's what the point is talking about. That in into out our own research, we shouldn't dub or copy other people's work. We should read into what other people have done and bring out those points that are germane or that can help us in writing a well-meaningful abstract. Unlike copying what the other people has done. I think that's what the point is talking about to me. Thank you.
You all of you have picked up only one point, right? That don't copy. Only Yuche was able to understand that. You had not to.
Hello?
Yeah, hello, Logan. Do you want to tell
Yeah.
anything?
Yeah.
Yes, tell me.
Yeah. You said we have to read the article or the paper,
Yeah.
and then we should look for the many parts of the article, the paper or report,
Yes.
with the methods, the results, conclusion, and recommendations. Yeah.
Correct.
Then you said if you're writing an abstract about another person's article, we have to good places
Okay,
to
fine.
begin. And then you said after you finished reading the article, the paper report, that you have to write a rough draft without looking back at what we are abstracting.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's.
Okay, fine. Thank you. Yes. In this, I'm trying to explain you here that you don't have to copy the sentences from your research paper, right? Don't have to copy. Okay, you have to make your own sentences again now. Secondly, you don't have to put too much of information and neither the too little of information. You have to balance the information in that. What you think that it is an important part of your research paper, important information of your research paper, include that. If it is not that much of important, then don't include. Okay? Don't rely on the way material was phrased in the article. Don't try to copy the material from the article as it is. Summarize the information in a new way. You have to summarize all the information in a new sentences. You have to write down the new sentences to summarize your research here. Okay? Got the point here?
Okay.
Yes, we got the point.
Want to say anything?
Yes, yes.
Now, what the don'ts we don't have to, what kind of things we should not include in your abstract? We should not do. First point is do not commence with this paper, this report, or similar kind of words. It is better to write about the research than about the paper. Don't write about that this paper includes this paper includes this much of information is written in this paper. Don't use this word regularly in your research, in your abstract. Don't try to enhance your paper more than your research work information. You have to point your information, not your paper. Here it is. That is what it wants to clear here. Got everyone here?
Yes, we got it.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, 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 we got it.
Avoid the
Yeah.
sentence.
Hello, Shipra.
Yeah,
I,
hello.
I haven't understood much. Are you trying to mean that I must not write this paper, but I can write this about this research?
See, Raymond, I am talking about the writing part here. Okay?
Yes. Can you just repeat that so that I understand?
Yes. I am telling here that once you are writing, sometimes in our English classes, we have been told that don't use the name of a person all time. In place of that, you have to use the noun, pronouns, right?
Yes, right.
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
all
yes.
that time, okay, in your English classes, what they have told you. But here, same thing is happening here also. We are not keep on pointing the this language here that this paper includes this paper is not relevant here, this paper I have used here, this paper is including this information, this paper is including this information also. Don't use this paper or this report kind of words all time in your abstract. Okay?
Okay, yeah.
You don't have to repeat this word all time. You have to mainly write down whatever the research you have done, your points of your research, only that's it. Okay? Got my point here?
Yes, we got your point.
Raymond, tell me, your question was there about this. You got my point here?
Yes, please. I've gotten your point. I was lost because when I read through, it's like I had ended somewhere and then I didn't get what you said. So I only saw like this paper. So meaning when I'm writing my paper, I must not use a word like this paper. But then after you've explained, I've come to understand what it means, how I should write it.
Once you write like I'm presenting my this paper, don't include this paper all time. Okay? Once you have used, don't emphasize on that part, on that word more. Okay? Now the same thing is coming. One point here is that avoid sentences that end in is described, is reported, is analyzed. You have to use some other words. Okay? Do not begin sentences with it is suggested that, it is believed that, it is felt that, or similar kind of other words also are there. Try to twist your writing in this. Got it, everyone here? A little bit confusing it is, but once you start writing, you will get the point here. Okay?
Okay.
Now, in every case, the 4 words can omitted without damaging the essential message. Then, do not repeat or rephrase the title. Do not refer to the abstract to information that is not in the document. If possible, avoid trade names, acronyms, abbreviations, or symbols. You would need to explain them, and that takes too much time. Right? Got this point here?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes.
Now, the abstract examples. Each student who completes a science fair project must write an abstract to display it with the project. An abstract gives the essence of the project in a brief but complete form. It should not exceed 500 words. Judges and the public should have a fairly accurate idea of the project after reading the abstract. In this, they are telling that if a student is going for the science fair project, he has put a small abstract in front of his project. Okay, in that project, what he has done in this project, from where what kind of information he has got from this project, completing this project, and what he concluded from this project is all written in that abstract, one format, a one page format. Okay, and it is not exceeding than the 500 words. So once the judges will come, they will see the abstract, they will come to know what is there. Okay? This is the kind of example we are giving you here. Now, the abstract must focus on the current year's research and give only minimal reference to the previous work. Details and discussions should not be included in the abstract, but may be put in the longer or research written in research paper or given on the project exhibit board. Once you are giving in a writing a abstract, you don't have to give the details and discussions in it. You just can include the point that due to this, while going on with this discussion, I have concluded this. So these are the theories here. So like that, you don't, all the details you have to put in research paper. Okay. If anybody have any objection regarding your discussions or details or some kind of information you have given in your abstract, they can read out your research paper for that if they have time. Okay. Yes, say yes.
Yes.
No.
Yes, okay, okay.
Yes, please.
Now note that an abstract does not include acknowledgements such as reference, mentor, or university laboratory or a bibliography. This should be included in the Form 1A research plan attachment. Abstract does not include any acknowledgements. Okay? There is no acknowledgement in your research paper. So it is not going to include in your abstract. Abstract is fully an information for the others to understand what you have done. It should not include the acknowledgement. Once you are giving your research papers, in that you use your acknowledgement. Okay? Now
Yes, madam.
Okay, okay.
fine. John, are you able to understand? Justice, Precious?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, ma.
Yes, I understand. Thank you.
Good, thank you. Now, once you are writing the following colors in the two abstract examples demonstrate the following concepts here. Now, once we are writing an abstract, we will use some colors which will depict something. Okay. First, the blue color will always tell about the purpose of the experiment. Okay. An introductory statement of the reason for investigating the topic of the project will be there in that blue color. A statement of the problem or hypothesis being studied. Got it? Then in green color, the procedures will be used. What procedure you have opted for, you will use in that. A summarization of the key points and an overview of how the investigation was conducted. An abstract does not give details about the materials used. Okay? It only gives the overview that you have done this through this. How you have taken your investigation forward, it only gives that much of information. It will not give it in very detail. An abstract should only include procedures done by the student, work done by a mentor, and work done prior to student involvement must not be included in this. But the system of keeping track of that research is not included in the abstract. Then you will use the red color for writing the observations for the data and for the results. This section should provide the key results that lead directly to the conclusion you have drawn. Okay? It should not give too many details about the results nor include the tables or the graphs. Got this point here?
Yes.
Yes.
Good. Then with pink, you are going to write the conclusion, a real conclusion which you made in this. Conclusions from the investigations should be described briefly here. The summary paragraph should reflect on the process and possibly the state some applications and extensions of the investigation. It should not be a whole theory about the investigation. It just reflects some points of the process of your investigation and some applications or extensions which you have used in your investigations. Right, everyone? So these are the colors which we are using for writing an abstract. Keep in mind or note it down here that purpose for the experiment you will use blue color. For the procedures for writing the procedures, you will use green color. For writing the observations, data, results, you will use red color. And once you are coming to the final conclusions, you will write down it with pink color. Till now, any problems or any doubts here?
Okay, Shipra.
Yes.
I have followed you very well.
Yeah.
And like you've indicated the colors.
Yes.
Are these colors supposed to be on the headings only, or they're supposed to be the whole content that is supposed to be written in those colors?
Showing you, wait a minute.
Sorry?
I'm showing you, wait a minute.
Okay, okay.
Here is an example of your abstract here, how you can write it down.
The whole content.
See here, all of you are seeing that this part, a sample abstract is here. Your heading is here, effects of the marine exhaust water on algae. Then here is the address of yours. Then you start writing your abstract. With blue, all of you have to write down what was with blue? Purpose. And from this purpose, what you have concluded, that's why they have written it in pink here. Whatever the conclusion you are including in your writing here, you will use your pink color only. Okay? And whatever the procedures you have taken out, you will use the green color. And whatever the data you get from that, you will include with it in red color. Right? Getting my
yes,
point?
I can hear you.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
Again, in the next paragraph, they have written some. This is for the research paperwork, okay? Don't confuse it with the proposal paper. Then you have to write down, again, they have taken some procedures. Then after that, they have concluded the data from it. They have used it with the red ink. Then in the last, they have used the pink color for the whole conclusion. Getting this point here?
Yes.
Yes, it's understood.
Yeah.
Now see here again, a very small abstract here. Do vitamin A tablets affect the plants? Again, your address here. Then next is, the purpose of this project was to determine if vitamin A tablets have any effect on tomato plants. So this was your purpose, right? A total of 12 rooters tomato plants, each 2 inches tall, were planted in identical individual plastic using 2 cups of potting soil. Here the procedure is written on. Okay, what they had done in, they have written whole 18 procedure. Then after that, the experimental groups showed less development and slower growth rates than plants in the control group. So in this, he had given a data, not the data, but a small kind of conclusion. Okay, what he has observed, that observed conclusion he has given. Then in the last, the data was analyzed and the conclusion was drawn that giving vitamin A tablets to tomato plants did not improve growth, as each of these experimental groups failed to produce plants that are taller and had thicker stems than those in the control group. So here he had concluded all the thing in 3 sentences. Okay, and in red he has written his observational conclusion, and in pink he has written what has happened, what he has concluded from this whole procedure. Okay, got it everyone here?
Yes, we got it.
Yes.
Sorry, ma. Now, hello.
Yes.
Now, here we have Jones, Mary, is this our own details?
I'm not getting what you want to ask.
Okay. Do we need to write the name of the researcher or the person writing the abstract and the address of the researcher and also the name of the school name?
Not to include a very long address here, you have to just depict where you are living here and your name. Without your name, how we can find out that whose research is it?
Okay.
Yeah.
Shifra, please. Hello, Miss Shifra, please. I didn't get that, please.
What you have to write down. I am just explaining to John here. Answer. Here I am just telling that to John that you have to include your name. Okay. You have to write your name also. Then your address, not a full address, but a small address there. Then you can start your abstract writing here. Okay. Always while writing a final abstract, all of you must draft it in other things, other pad or any other paper, what you are writing there. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. No. Any doubts in all this? Now you can clear it up.
Miss Shifra, please, I have a question.
Yes.
Okay, my question is, I'd earlier submitted 5 topics for 5 proposed topics like you requested. Now, my question is, do I have to submit an abstract to you again?
Yes, we have to, all of you have to submit, because that time all of you in a very hurry, so you have sent your proposed topics. Now all of you got some kind of idea here that how you have to write the abstract. We will go in a methodological way so that you can submit your things in a proper way. Okay.
So,
okay.
For those of us that have submitted our proposal and our research topic, we should go ahead and write the abstract. Is that what you are saying? Hello?
Yeah, hello, I can hear you.
Yeah, I'm saying that for those of us that have submitted our research topic, our proposal topic, we can go ahead now and write the abstract.
Yes, you just write the abstract with that, but you have to use 2 components, first and second component, which I have described you right now.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
The 4 components. You have to use the first and second component in your abstract, because it is not a full research paper. It is going to be your proposal only. Okay. And here I am giving you my email ID. All of you have to send your abstract and the proposals on this. Okay.
Okay. Now my question is, this is Precious. My question is,
yes.
Like for instance, I have submitted 5 topics. I don't know which one that the management have approved. Do I have to write an abstract for all the 5 topics?
Okay, so you just wait for today. Okay.
It's that I didn't get you, please.
You just wait for today. Don't message in hurry to my email ID. Right? I will let you know. I am just going to through your that email IDs. I will message you whether your proposed topics are approved by the management or not. Okay.
Okay. So we should wait for you till end of today to hear from you before we start writing the proposal based on the topic submitted to you for approval from management.
Or John, I'm not getting you.
Okay, what I'm saying is that, you know, for example, now me, I submitted 2 research topics to you.
Okay.
Now, before I start writing up my abstract, I should wait to get a feedback from you concerning whether management approve either of the topic for me to start writing.
Yes, that is what I'm telling you. You all of you
Okay.
write down again the abstract and your proposal topic and send me. I just now in Zoom group chat I have sent my email ID. Okay, send me in that. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, and I will forward it to the management. As soon as they will reply it back to me, I will send you the mail. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, all right, that's fine. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, Ms. Shipra, I don't know. So how does this affect the bachelor students now concerning the abstract?
Abstracts, I have told you, you have to write down only 2 components first. There is nothing difference in this course or program for the bachelor or masters or the PhD. Only the difference comes where in research the bachelors got the questionnaires as well as masters didn't get any questionnaire. They have to develop their questionnaire on their own. Okay. Rest
Yeah.
all the things are same for everyone.
So now we can write our own abstract for the bachelor student and then send to your email.
Yes, yes. Abstract and your proposed topic and then email to me.
Okay, all right, no problem. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Everyone have got my email here, right?
Yes, we've got
Yes, we get you, ma'am.
Yes, please.
So start preparing for your abstract, for your proposals. Okay? Best of luck.
Okay, we'll do that.
Okay.
Madam Shipra.
Yes.
Hello, Shipra.
Yeah, hello, I can hear you, Raymond.
Yes, please. Are you going to send the template you're just from showing us onto everyone's student account?
Yes, it will come to your student account, okay?
Please, so that we can use it for reference.
Yeah, fine.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Yeah. If any doubt comes in that, you can contact me on my email ID. Okay?
Okay,
we can do that.
Okay, Ms. Shipra, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Or in the next session, you can ask me the questions regarding that again. Okay?
Ms. Shipra, please come again.
Yes, Ohene?
Please come again. I didn't get what you said.
I was telling that if any question raised by you at the time of writing your abstract, you can come to me on the next session. Okay? I can clear it one-to-one.
Okay.
If any problems you want to immediately complete it, you can come to my email ID and send it to me as I have sent it in my group. Okay?
Okay, Ms. Shipra.
Okay. Thank you, all of you. Stay home. Stay safe.
Yeah, gratitude.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you, gracious. Thank you.
Thank
Stay
you
safe.
very much, Ra.
Thank you very much.
Bye, all of you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Stay safe.
Same to you all.